Morning. What time is it? 7:35 a.m. I was going to say Tuesday, but it's Wednesday. I think it's the 1st of February. I've got no idea what day it is. I don't follow the days, really. Unless I've got an appointment, I don't know what day it is, what time it is. I don't look at the clock all day, unless I've got to, because I'm supposed to be meeting someone. And I try not to make arrangements, really. I'm really tired because I've just got up. Well, I've been up about less than an hour. I've stopped smoking. It's been over 5 weeks now, nearly 6 weeks. I actually feel amazing. Although I feel rough this morning, that's because I've got really bad shoulders and I've hardly slept. And I had some funny dreams. Last night. I fell in a lake. I had a dream 2 days ago that Torquay Harbour got bombed. And I don't think that was a premonition. I hope not. Anyway, I don't think it was. I think, although I did have a similar-ish dream about a year ago, and so did my friend's daughter. But that wasn't actually... Well, what we saw was a load of smoke coming from that area in the sky. And she saw, in her dream, we had it on the same day, she saw a big W in the sky in smoke. Which, obviously, W could mean war. Could mean anything. I think that dream might have been 2 years ago. I can't remember. I think I did write... It is written down. I think I wrote it down on my page when I had that dream. I can't remember when my last dream that came true was. I think it was it my neighbour? I can't remember. Or was it the Miracle House? I can't remember. I can't even remember what the day is. I'm not very good at remembering the order of things. I hope my dream don't come true. I don't think it's going to. I think that's just a dream. This is the thing. I mean, you can't think every flipping dream is going to happen, but if a couple of dreams, or more than a couple of dreams, do happen, then you start thinking, is every dream going to happen? How do I know the difference? Well, I don't know, really. I suppose you don't know until it happens. I mean, well, a couple of things I obviously knew because I told the people about it. Like, I told them that it was going to happen. So there's something in me that knew, but then other dreams, I didn't have any idea that it was going to happen until after it happened, and then I realised that was my dream. So, I don't know. I don't really know how it works. Anyway, that's not what I was going to talk about. This isn't supposed to be about my dreams, is it? I was going to do a video about how my tits have got bigger since I gave up smoking, and how strange that is. And how there's actually, when I looked into it, there's actually been some studies done on it. And women who premenopausal women, mean like before you've started the menopause. I haven't started the menopause just yet. Well, I probably will do soon, I would have thought. Or in the next 10 years. Maybe I won't ever. I could be like forever young. I don't know. I've always thought that's a possibility, that I'll never get old. But I'm getting old, I'm getting wrinkles and that, so now I've got arthritis, so obviously that's not going to happen. Because I believe that God is like, he does do miracles, so anything's possible. When my finger got broke, I was considering not having it operated on because I was waiting for God to sort it out. But because it was twisted backwards and hanging off, well, I did have it operated on. in the end, but I wish I had more faith. I don't know what would have happened if, you know, I don't know now, do I? But it is hard when you've got like body parts sort of a bit mangled. I've never seen it just a miraculous sort of physical healing like that. I had cysts on my ovaries. I had 3 cysts on each ovary, so I had 6, and one of them was, she said either 3 centimetres or 3 inches. I can't remember. All I remember is it was 3 something. And I said to the doctor, how do you know they're not going to go by themselves? Because she said the operation was in 3 months' time. And I said, well, they could go by then, couldn't they? And she said, no, they're not. You've got 3 on each side, and one of them's 3 inches or... So it's a lot of 3s, isn't it? Well, one of them was 3 inches or 3 centimetres. And I don't know why I did that then. The screen just froze then. And I was stuck on the screen pulling a funny face. I wonder if it does that when I play it back. Because it's quite interesting. But, yeah, anyway. So... Anyway, I went to she said they weren't going to go by themselves. I'd have to have them operated on. So I went to go and have the operation, and they weren't there. They'd all gone. Which I had said, but and they said no. So they'd all gone, and when they did the surgery, and there was nothing there. So you could say it was a wasted operation. But they said that whilst they did that, they unblocked my tubes because I had an infection, chlamydia. I can't believe I'm admitting all this, really, online. But this is life, isn't it? And things happen this is what happens in life. So I might as well talk about it, really. And I had to have them undone, like unstuck. Apparently they all stuck together, and I've got a lot of internal scarring from it. And I don't think that I don't know if I needed that done. Maybe they're just like, oh, we're in here, we have to do something. Who knows? I don't think if they'd have asked me... I mean, because since then I've been told that I could have another operation because my tubes are blocked, supposedly. And I've been told I can have another operation to, like, undo it But there's no way I'm having any operations, no way, especially not in that area. And had I have been asked if I wanted that procedure done, I would have said no. In fact, I said no, I didn't want the flipping operation anyway. But they just like sort of scared me into thinking I needed to have it. And this was 10 years ago. No, this was in 2010, or maybe the beginning of 2011, actually. So I don't think I'd read my Bible fully by then. I think I was starting to read it. I was still doing tarot. I hadn't quit my tarot. I was still messing about with astrology and tarot. Although I'd believed in God, and I'd started to read my Bible, and I'd started to see things like some of the conspiracy theories. I'd sort of seen through that anyway, because, like, for example, 9/11, I've always been able to see the spiritual. So, and of course I saw all those things in the smoke. I mean, who could not have seen it? Who could not have seen that? That's the first thing I saw. I went and bought one of every single newspaper that day because it had the photographs of all the demons in the smoke. And I was at work when that happened, in hospital on a not very nice ward. It's a pretty gruesome ward with horrible, like... Just thinking back to the whole thing, where I was in life I was in a very dark place, and literally physically working in a very dark place as well. and seeing that, it's all very surreal. And that is the day, I think, it did sort of change for for everybody, for the whole world. And I don't know where I was going with this. Shut up, stomach. It's growling at me. I don't normally... I've gone for the last sort of 14 years hardly eating. Well, I've always been in abusive relationships, but I went from a very physically abusive relationship to it was still physically abusive, but it wasn't hitting me. So it was sexually abusive, psychologically and emotionally abusive, and financially abusive. But my relationship with my family was financially abusive anyway. Well, I was hit and told to kill myself, defaulted out of my property, told by a police officer, "Get out, this is my house now." He got me in the corner and screamed in my face. It wasn't his house, of course, it was never his house. But anyway, Torquay police. So the point is that you could say that was a miraculous healing, or just, it was. I had an unnecessary operation. I didn't need that operation, and I knew it because I said to the doctor, "Well, they could go by then." And she basically convinced me that I was wrong and I needed this operation, which I did not need. And then when I told the gynaecologist this, he said, "Oh, that didn't happen." And was really dismissive and made me feel like a piece of shit. This is like a few years later when I've seen the gynaecologist. But then he was sort of flicking through my notes. He said at the end, "Oh, actually, there is something in your notes about that." But he didn't say sorry. But I suppose at least, well, that's him sort of admitting that he was wrong. But this is how they treat you. They treat you like a piece of shit. They treat me like a piece of shit. And I sort of wondered why, and I asked to see my medical notes, and, well, some of the things on there, I mean, it doesn't look good. And they've got things wrong as well in my notes. Like, they've put in my notes that I said my dad punched me hard. I never said that. I've never said my dad has never punched me. I've never said he's punched me. I said he pushed me hard, which he did. But they've obviously misheard that, which I suppose punched. Maybe if I'm a bit cranky in the morning, or maybe I was smoking on the phone and misheard. I don't know. But I've told them that that's incorrect. But in order to correct that, I have to write letters now. And this is the thing. This is what I can't do. I can't keep writing that. Every time I'm wrong, I have to wronged or someone fucks up, I have to write big long letters. And I can't deal with all this. So I've got a backlog of all this shit that needs doing, and it's just like from years ago. And I have got A levels. I did do a degree, and I'm not stupid. I can write a letter. I used to work in administration. It's one of the many jobs I've had. People think I'm stupid. People think I'm lazy because I'm on the dole at the moment. Probably will be for the rest of my life, actually. Unless I win the lottery or something. Which isn't going to happen because I don't play it. But anyway. I could find a gold coin when I'm digging up my allotment. Who knows, anything could happen. That's quite likely to happen to me because I'm quite lucky, really. I have extreme. I don't want to use the word lucky. Some people say that's short for Lucifer anyway. It's like attribute. Well, God could do anything to help me, and He does help me. But I also get a look for tax as well, from the devil, or whether it's punishment for my sin or God giving me lessons. I don't know what it is. But it's like, just use the luck for lack of a better word, because I can't think of any other word that sort of fits what I want to say. It's my luck is either extremely good or extremely bad, really. Yeah, it's no light in the middle. It doesn't seem to be in the middle. It seems to be pretty extremely good or extremely bad. And what I was going to say, what I wanted to do this video about, was how, since I've given up smoking, my boobs have grown loads, which I think is quite funny and really unexpected. And then when I looked into it, there's been studies on it. I think I'm repeating myself because I do think I started saying this, but then I got carried away on another tangent. I started smoking when I was about 12, I think. And I've always been quite flat-chested. And I'm thinking maybe that did stunt my growth. Because 5 weeks I've given up and they've started growing. Not much, just a little bit, but to me it's a lot, and I'm really sore as well. Like, I feel like I'm pregnant. Obviously I'm not pregnant because I haven't had sex for ages and I can't possibly be pregnant. But I feel like I am, like my boobs feel all swollen and my stomach feels a bit swollen. I have put on like half a stone as well. But I've put on half a stone. I mean, so at the moment I weigh 7.5 stone. But I've always fluctuated between sort of 6 and 8.5 stone. 8.5 stone, I think I feel my healthiest. But my boobs have still always been tiny before. So like I can put on half a stone, my boobs don't get any bigger. So I know it's not just the fact that I've put on half a stone, because I've been half a stone heavier loads of times anyway. I can put on I think I've put on a stone before. I've got some the doctor said this isn't possible either, but it is. I can't remember if it's half a stone or a stone, but I put on a massive amount of weight in one day, and I can lose it again in one day. And also, which the doctor said is impossible, I can eat food and it can go straight through me within half an hour, and I'll pull it out and see it floating about in the toilet. The doctor said that didn't happen, it's impossible. Well, excuse me, doctor, yes it did, because I didn't have any oranges for months, and I mean like about 6 or 9 months, like a long time. I hadn't had an orange for months, and I ate an orange and I went to the toilet in half an hour and there's bits whole orange coming out, and this has happened with peas as well and carrots. So I know it's a bit disgusting, but this is life. And there's something, I don't know what's wrong with my body, but I have got something wrong with it. And yeah, food just goes straight through me sometimes. And I find it very hard to keep weight on. I've always found it really hard to eat. I ate takeaway every single day for 2 weeks trying to put weight on, and I lost weight. Maybe it's worms. Well, we said that to the doctor. I've never seen any evidence of worms. I don't know what it is. My mum and my granddad are super skinny as well. I haven't seen my mum for a while. She could be a big fatty by now, but I doubt it very much because I think I've got the same genetics as her. And I think probably, I don't think I can get fat. Like, I don't think my granddad could have ever got fat, and I don't think my mum could either. I don't know, I mean, I could be wrong. I'm very pleased that I've given up smoking. I feel loads better for it. And my home's better. The air's cleaner. I always had my windows open, and I've got a air purifier, carbon filter air purifier anyway. But it doesn't matter. The air was still dirty when I was smoking. And I can tell that by the state of the paintwork, which is still pretty good condition really. But, you know, it's different colour to my bedroom because I never smoke in my bedroom. And it was painted at the same time with the same paint. So I've cleaned my curtains and my carpet. I think I might have to get a new sofa. Really, I probably have to get all new furniture if I want to completely get rid of food. My furniture's all old and cheap and second hand anyway, because I don't think it's worth spending a lot of money on that sort of stuff, really. I've got other things I'd rather spend my money on. I think it's important to have like a good coat, good shoes, a good mattress. I'm spending a lot of money on food. Even though I don't eat that much, I need to have it there because otherwise I won't eat. I struggle really badly with eating because I get so depressed and miserable that I actually can't eat. And I can go days, I can go 3 days without eating. But at the moment, I'm eating more and I feel better for putting half a stone on. I feel a lot better. But the problem is I feel hungry all the time because I'm eating more. The more you eat, the more hungry you feel. And I really don't like that feeling of being hungry because I have enough health problems as it is without hunger being thrown in the mix. Yeah, and it puts more pressure on you. It's something I have to do then, isn't it? I have to go and prepare food. Well, I'm already struggling to get everything done that I need to get done anyway, let alone making food. So, thank God for Tesco's and Tesco deliveries, all I could say. So, they'll be coming here in like an hour, 2 hours maybe, with my sandwiches. Oh, I'm so lazy. Oh, Sam, can't you make your own sandwiches? How lazy. That's what my mum would say. Oh, what a waste of money. Well, because it's only me, by the time I buy all the fillings and a whole loaf of bread, which I'm not going to eat because I only want 2 sandwiches, it all goes in the bin. So I open a whole tin of tuna and I'm only going to have a third of it in my sandwich. A whole loaf of bread, I'm only going to have 2 slices in my sandwich. A whole lettuce, well, I only want 1 leaf. A whole cucumber, I only want 4 slices. So everything goes to waste if I buy it all. Or it goes to the seagulls and in the compost, so it doesn't really go to waste. I don't like wasting anything. And then, so I might as well buy the sandwich. And Tesco's have got a really good deal. It's like sandwich, snack, and drink, which I never get a drink because it's all crap, but I like the smoothies because it's quite good, isn't it? Smoothies. It's got, like, I've got a smoothie machine and it's quite a lot of fruit has to go in to that bottle, 330ml bottle of smoothie. So for £3.40, I think it's brilliant. You can get like a sandwich, 2 hard-boiled eggs, and a smoothie for £3.40. Or you could get sushi and a salad and a smoothie. I mean, I think it's really good, especially for a single person, because it is cheaper to buy pre-prepared food. But the thing then is, well, where's your food coming in? What's in it? Who's prepped it? How clean is it? Can you trust it? Has it been tampered with? Is it poisoned? Contaminated? Is it going to kill you? But it's either eat that or eat nothing and waste away. Don't eat for 3 days. So doing this, having these home deliveries, is doing me good anyway. It's helping me a lot. Because I wasn't managing very well before, just neglecting myself. And I'd get so worked up about what I'm eating, like I can only eat organic. I've gone vegan, vegetarian, I only eat organic. Then I was trying to only eat like natural foods that I've seen growing in the ground and that I know like haven't been tampered with. And then it got to a point where I'm just not eating. And if you haven't eaten, it starts to affect all your organs and your insides. And you get a lot of pain and bowel problems, and then when you do eat, I think it's like your stomach shrinks. So then when you do eat, it hurts and you get cramps and it's like a shock to the body. And I think doing that, fasting is good for the body, and there's a lot of studies scientifically that have shown that
healing takes place when we fast. And it's biblical as well. It tells us that in the Bible, and I know that's good. But this isn't what I'm talking. What I've been doing isn't. I think at times it's like a natural, like an instinctual fasting, without me sitting here and saying, right, I'm going to do a fast. It's just like naturally come on. But other times, I think it's like demonic attack trying to kill me and stop me eating. And it's not good to do it like that, up and down, up and down, up and down, and being so miserable and depressed and unwell. That's not fasting in like a healthy way. I think that's damaging to the body, and that's what I've been doing for a long time. But things are getting better as long as I stay away from the abusive, evil people that have been in my life. As long as I don't get back involved with any of them, or meet anyone else like that and let them into my life, then I should be alright.